Johnny Ford, the mayor of Tuskegee. He first became the mayor of Tuskegee. He was a pioneer for the National Conference of Black Mayors. He was also over the world mayors. He is one of the most prominent African American mayors globally. We like for him to discuss the issue of war and peace and exactly his opinion.
If there was ever a time for us to emphasize how important peace is, it is today. With what is happening in the Middle East, what has happened in the Ukraine and other places across this country, what's happening in Africa, violence is rapid around the globe, and war is emerging again all over the globe. And so those of us, Mayors for Peace, and incidentally, I am a part of that coalition, Mayors for Peace. It is a coalition of mayors from around the country and the world who are standing up and speaking up for peace in the world. That is what we must have now. In order for us to have a more peaceful nation and world, there are those of us who must continue to speak up for peace, speak out against war. War is not the answer. Violence is not the answer. It does not mean that those of us in the United States do not respect the importance of the U.S. having a strong defense, having a strong military in order to defend the shores of our nation, because there are many terrorists out there who are waiting to take advantage of our peaceful way of life here in the United States of America. So we must remain strong militarily. However, the U.S. must be very careful, and I support President Obama in his approach of being cautious in terms of how he moves in involving the U.S. in military action. But there is a time that sometimes we must have aggressive military action in order to bring about peace. But the bottom line, the thing that we need in this world today is peace. Too many people die in wars. Too much money is being spent, money that is needed for health care, for education, for housing, for food, to fight poverty. We need to be fighting poverty on the face of the globe rather than being involved in wars. And so, as the founder of the World Conference of Mayors, La Conférence Mondiale des Maires, it is our position that trust and peace should be our number one goal and not war on the face of the globe.
Mr. Mayor, in Seoul, we're having the national leadership of ministers, the Muslims, the Buddhists, the Zionists, you name them. They all will be there, as well as many presidents of countries. This conference is more or less directed towards the area of religion, to bring the religious heads together. Do you think there's a role that religion could come together to begin to discuss these issues as well? Globally?
You're going to be in Seoul, South Korea?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, the World Conference of Mayors and the National Conference of Mayors, we have a long relationship with South Korea, in particular Reverend Moon, going back to the days when he was persecuted in the United States. As president of the National Conference of Black Mayors, I was one of the presidents of one of the first organizations to go on record saying that Reverend Moon had the right to be free to practice and to promote his religious beliefs. Freedom of religion is a very basic principle in the United States and should be in the world. And so I'm glad to hear that this conference in South Korea is religious-based. I served for many years on the board of trustees of the Korean Unification Theological Seminary in New York, helped them to get accredited, because I believe that people should have religious freedom in the United States of America. So, religious freedom, peace, world trust, These are all goals that the World Conference of Mayors is involved in, and I know that these are the goals of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, and I want to say that we fully support this conference that will be held in South Korea. Peace.